I'm June. I'm known as the Coupon Queen, and my daughter Alana is known as the Diva Beauty Queen.
Look at that picture in there. It was all over the floor. This coupon mess. You will see she's a hoarder. I was so excited, I almost came out of my skin. That would be weird. I would be riding around just in my bones. It would be weird.
Alana, Honey Boo Boo Thompson, found her claim to fame with her role in the reality TV series called Toddlers and Tiaras, which first aired in 2009, following a handful of competitors in children's pageant shows.
I gotta have some money to do my pageants with.
Come on, baby, let's go get ready for the pageant. Come on. Go open the closet and bring Mama your stuff. Come on. You ready? Come here. Bring Mommy the toast.
I like to win because I want to win money.
Alana's vulgar yet bubbly personality set her apart from the rest of the contestants.
This is what I show to the judges.
Her future plans is to be a couponer like her mama. This is contestant number 2, Alana.
I didn't win anything at the natural pageant. Those judges were nuts.
She was basically an anomaly in the pageant world, not being anywhere near as prim and proper as the rest. If anything, she was being purposely anti-pageant in various ways.
I'm the queen of all. I have a bunch of pageants. I want big trophies.
TLC's hit show Toddlers and Tiaras has a brand new breakout star, Alana, better known by her nickname,
Honey Boo Boo Child.
Alana became an internet sensation as the cameras highlighted her every fun moment and even showcased her special go-go juice.
My special juice is gonna help me well.
This earned her more and more screen time, and eventually her very own show called Here Comes Honey Boo Boo in 2012.
You're awesome, by the way.
I know this because my daddy told me. I'm putting on my glasses. So just hold up a sec.
This series followed her family more closely and exclusively along their pageant journey and home life in McIntyre, Georgia.
Why did it do that?
Thought you touched the door.
No, I didn't.
Their wild, backwoods chic type antics kept viewers enthralled.
Hors d'oeuvre. It's a sausage.
How's that an hors d'oeuvre?
It's a fancy hors d'oeuvre. Now grab one.
The 7-year-old and her family have become a national phenomenon. People are fascinated by their eating habits.
This is what we call roadkill.
Let's come and get him a belly.
Their weight loss regimen.
If you fart 12 to 15 times a day, you can lose a lot of weight.
Their pageant preparations.
You get underneath the back row, Mama. I'm gonna win the big title, baby.
And her made-up vocabulary.
You better redneck now. I like to get down and dirty, redneck style.
Like a train wreck in slow motion that you can't look away from. It received extremely poor reviews from critics.
We put like A is for Auntie Alana, B is for Baby Caitlin, C is for Cheeseball, D is for Doo-Doo Brown, what is F for? F is for fart. What is H for?
But the core fan base was loyal and insatiable, and the viral content shared online as a result made Honey Boo Boo a pop culture sensation.
For the past few years, we have featured the biggest names in reality TV. 2 years ago, we got down with Jersey Shore. Last year, we kept up with the Kardashians. And this year, heaven help us, here comes Honey Boo Boo.
Referenced and parodied almost everywhere.
Mama's falling asleep. I'm gonna need you to scream at me. Fine, you can crash and die in hell and burn for not screaming at your mama like she asked.
Including on an episode of South Park.
My name's Honey Boo Boo and I'm a beauty queen, bitches! I'm fat as a whale and I don't give two shits, girl!
Her favorite foods are sketty and butter, and she likes drinking Red Bull and Mountain Dew.
I'm only 6 and I've already had 3 heart attacks, girlfriend.
Come on now, Boo-Boo. Now get up and wave to them judges.
In Scary Movie 5.
A dollar makes me holler, honey boo boo child.
And on RuPaul's Drag Race.
And I'm a beauty queen. And a dollar makes me holler, honey boo boo. I'm most known for my armpit farts, scatty eating, chicken nuggets are my life.
Although comedy is subjective, these parodies were making a mockery of the exploitation of a child who is predestined for obesity and other health problems by no choice or fault of her own. The viewer engagement was also incredible. At one point, TLC distributed these scratch and sniff cards that corresponded with certain scenes in one special episode. This drew in an even larger audience, just for the sake of the novelty.
I don't smell. You want to smell? I don't care.
I hadn't took a bath for 2 weeks.
Yeah. She didn't take a bath in 2 weeks. I literally
My feet were brown.
Oh my God, it was nasty. I about threw up. I told her she needs to quit that personal hygiene. Because for a woman, your tootsie newts, I mean, you know, your biscuit, I mean, your private area genitalia for a female, I mean, it just starts smelling like
The network was praised by the alt-sexuality community for Alana's statement regarding her gay uncle.
You can already tell when you open your mouth, the rainbow fell out.
Meeting the family for the first time, it was definitely interesting.
Ain't no wrong with being a little gay. Everybody's a little gay. Everybody's gay. Ain't no wrong with being a little gay. Everybody's a little gay. Everybody. Ain't no wrong with everybody's a little gay. Gay. Ain't no wrong with being a little gay. Everybody's a little gay.
Mama June was also praised for her business sense, balancing the expenses of pageantry on a budget with her extreme coupon savviness.
It's not bad, and there's other like clipping services, and that's pretty much what I use. I haven't been couponing in like a month, and as you can tell, to me, my coupon stockpile looks really sick. And you wouldn't think that because there's like hundreds of products in here, but to me, there's like holes. Like my toilet paper is normally like up to like the wall.
But all was not just fun and fart jokes for this larger-than-life family.
Mama!
In October of 2014, it was revealed by an inside source that June had not only been sneaking around behind Sugar Bear's back with another man, this man, Marc Anthony McDaniels, had recently been released from prison after serving 10 years for his crimes against an 8-year-old child.
Marc, out of prison, and having seen June and the girls.
I ain't got nothing against Marc. I mean, he done his time. You know, he done his crime, so hasn't really done nothing.
He did do something. He did something awful.
I mean, I understand that. Yeah, he did then, but since he's been out, I hadn't heard of him doing nothing wrong.
What came as even more of a shock to viewers was that the child was June's eldest daughter, Anna. Anna reported to news outlets, confirming she was not only the victim, but that she strongly believed her mother was seeing Marc in secret, and that the relationship between her and her mother was officially over.
I have nothing to hide. I have nothing to lose. I just want to tell my side of the story.
Well, let me just cut to the chase.
Go ahead.
Is Honey Boo Boo in danger?
No.
Honey Boo Boo was her typical carefree self before our interview.
Make sure you get my good side.
You got it.
That playful, precocious quality helped make her a household name when a reality show became one of the highest-rated shows on TLC. At one point, it had 3.2 million viewers. It was canceled last month after a disturbing revelation. Mama June had reunited with an ex, convicted offender Marc McDaniel, who actually served prison time arresting Mama June's daughter, Anna Marie Caldwell.
It's okay.
I think it's crazy. I think Mama should never have done it in the first place. Should have even went over there to see Marc. Even with Alana, she should have kept Alana at home knowing that she's going to meet Marc. I don't care if it was with Punkin. Punkin I don't care about because, you know, she wanted to get answers. But Alana, that's a whole different story.
And doesn't it trouble you that Alana is precisely the age, I believe, that you were when this man accused you?
Alana's a year older than me when it happened. And, you know, everybody's saying that Marc was distant from her, Marc was away from her, but that don't mean anything. Alana is 9 years old. I was 8 when it happened. Alana's only 1 year apart.
Now, Anna, your mother, and by the way, these pictures we've been looking at are from TMZ. Your mother told Dr. Phil that she was not in a relationship with McDaniel. Do you believe that?
No, not what I've been hearing recently and what has happened. I've heard that I got a screenshot on my Facebook on my phone from Facebook of what happened and what she did, and she did not actually spend 2 days with him. She actually spent a whole week with him.
What do you mean?
There's not pictures of each day, but there's days when they went to the casino, when they went to North Carolina, there's pictures of Marc right there, not that, maybe like 5 or 6 feet away from Mama. Alana's over there on a horse. It was Alan, Lee, Marc, and Alana and Mama.
Alana, my goodness, at a motel.
Do you worry about him being around Alana?
To an extent, yes, I do.
Alana is 9 years old, just 1 year older than Anna was when the molestation by June's ex-boyfriend Marc happened.
How do you feel about him being around Alana and June allowing that?
It's something that never should have happened, and when I found out about it, it hurt me.
If he came around again, what would you do?
If he came around again, probably nothing.
I guess I'm just having a hard time, June, because as a mother, I would still have such intense
I do
negative feelings towards someone who hurt my child.
Okay, yes, there's hurt there. There's anger there.
Do you believe her?
Yeah, I do.
You hesitated, you paused. Why?
In a way, I do believe her, but in a way I don't.
Why not?
If you look at this picture right here, it looks like they're holding hands.
And we're not. And if you watch me walk, I always walk with that hand,
but
that left hand
you're looking and laughing
because
he mentions even if you're not holding hands, you're laughing with him. The man molested your daughter.
But in that picture, there's not, this room is a huge room. There's not this me and him. Because I was out house hunting in a public place.
How did he get on this house hunting foray?
Because I went and gave 33 packs of diapers to his son, and he happened to be there.
How long were you all together then when he shows up at this house hunting trip?
Maybe 10 or 15 minutes he was there. Other than that, I hadn't had any contact.
So you haven't talked to him? You haven't seen him?
No.
One thing I know for sure is that people make mistakes. The other thing I know for sure is that it's the cover-up and not the mistake that creates the biggest problem. I know that as sure as I'm sitting here, that June, as people look at you and say, wow, bad decision. Bad decision for her to re-engage with a guy that's a convicted sex offender. Bad decision. If you were to step up and say, yeah, wow, you know, what the hell was I thinking? Really bad decision. I need to think about that. I need to make better choices in the future. I think that's a different situation than if you say, I didn't do it. I don't have contact. I didn't have a relationship, when in fact you do. Because if you make a mistake and you own it, I think people are very forgiving. I think your fans are very forgiving. But I think if you make the mistake and then they feel like you blatantly lied to them about it, then they're less forgiving. I think people want you to be completely honest about what mistakes you have made so they can say, wow, she gets.
You did not read these court documents.
I did not.
You would be horrified if you read the details of what she said he did to her.
Yeah, I have not. I'm not.
Inexcusable. It's inappropriate. Do you want to see? I have them. Do you want to see what he did to your daughter?
I told Anna that not to bring up the past again because I know it's hard for Anna and it would be hard for me.
She's trying to heal, though.
And for me, that part of our life, I'm not saying to forget it.
You have to see what he did to your daughter.
And you told your mother what? What did you say to your mother?
I told her, she kept asking, tell me, you know, why would you do this? You know, why would you do this to me? What did he do? You know, he never did. I told my son, Mama, he did all this. I listed everything, you know, he made me want, he tried to sex with me, he stripped me down. And she's like, that's not the truth. He will never do that. He treated y'all so well. You know, I don't think you're not my daughter no more. I'm done with you. I'm done with you. You know, you should never have done this to me. I hate you. And then she hung up the phone.
And then I didn't talk to her for almost 3 years.
She was in denial, and I feel she's still in denial.
Do you think your daughter June and Marc McDaniel have been seeing each other since he got out of prison?
I feel they have, yes. Because pictures don't lie.
Do you think Alana is in danger?
Yes. And the reason I say that, because that's about the same age he likes. He messed with Anna.
Thing, June is lying. She came to me to go look at houses. It was on September 9th. I drove her up, and she said she wanted to meet a friend. I said, okay. I took her to meet Marc. I did not know who Marc was in the beginning.
Was this the first time she had seen him since he got out of prison?
I think that was the first time she had seen him since he got out of prison.
All right. Did you go in with her?
Yes, sir. When we got there, we all got out, because Pumpkin was with us with Alana, and we all sat down. We were talking, having a good time. Well, Alana, Marc, and June disappeared for a few minutes. That's where the other picture came in, where they're coming down the stairs.
You took this picture. That's him holding hands.
Yes, and they're laughing. Yes, I took that picture.
She had Alana with her, and she had Pumpkin with her. So you took the three of them?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so she took her two children.
Along with her, yes.
To meet him?
Yes.
When did you find out who this guy was?
Okay. When I got home, I started putting two to two together. I was like, okay, Marc. And I have a friend that works for the police force, and I had her run his name. It ticked me off that she would take a 9-year-old around a guy that her daughter 10 years ago. And she's telling everybody, oh, we haven't seen each other. Oh, the photos are photoshopped. Oh, it's a big lie. You know, and it ticks me off about it.
And she's saying these photos are photoshopped. Did you take this picture?
No, but I know where it was taken at.
Where was it taken?
That would have been taken at the hotel that her and Marc stayed at.
How do you know that?
Because that's the headboard that was in the hotel room.
But you saw the three of them in the same bed?
Yes.
Was Alana asleep?
Yes, sir.
Was June asleep?
Yes, sir.
Was Marc asleep?
Yes, sir.
How'd you get in the room?
All of us were in one room, 2 queen-size beds.
I mean, Dr. Phil should be giving her some therapy, not interviewing her. She's sick in the head, Dr. Drew. She has a history of dating criminals. She has a history of dating child molesters. Clearly, she's dating this guy, the same guy that her little 8-year-old girl, and she's in denial. I don't believe for a second that she actually believes these allegations. I think she's shown herself to be an unfit mother, and all of her children need to be taken away from her. Then she could go, you know, canoodle with this offender.
Anna, how do you feel about that? Is that too harsh?
Now thinking back, and I think honestly Child Services should step in and get some more information.
At least get more information.
You know, get more information on all. Get Mama. I honestly think Mama should honestly take a lie detector test.
Is your mom open to treatment or any interventions from professionals?
I don't honestly. My mama, she probably won't even do it because she's going to stick to her story, and that's where she's going to stay at. That she's never seen him, and that she don't need anything.
I took her to the police department and filed the charges.
So you're the reason?
I wasn't going to let this go away. My reaction was I wanted to kill him. To do that to a child, especially her.
Have you contacted Child Protective Services?
They contacted me.
And what did they ask?
That was something I was told to keep confidential. The only thing that I can tell you is that I said, please look into this carefully and closely. And I was assured that they would.
TMZ had contacted TLC directly, and they responded, TLC is not currently in production on Here Comes Honey Boo Boo. We are very concerned about this new information and are reassessing the future of the series. The show was subsequently canceled. When investigative journalists dug deeper, they found that Mama June had a history of dating ex-cons and offenders. June had oldest daughter Anna Chickadee Shannon shortly after her 15th birthday with a man named David Dunn. Dunn, who also went by names like Shorty and Bart Simpson, was sentenced to prison for stealing a handgun in 1995, and again in 1998 for stealing several cartons of cigarettes. June had also had a brush with the law in 1998, when she was caught trying to cash bad checks, and for stealing from the safe at McDonald's she was working at the time. Presumably because she was a minor and with child, the charges were dismissed. Jessica and Lauren's father was believed to have been Marc McDaniel, but with further investigation, it was revealed that June had been involved with yet another offender.
A shocker to probably my whole family and to everybody who did not know. Jessica and Pumpkin had the same father, which is Michael Ford. He hasn't had anything to do with Jessica in 18 years. So I didn't want to open that can of worms. He is also incarcerated after I met him. He is serving until 2026. I do not want to have any contact with him. I do not want to have contact with Marc. Then that made her want to see Marc more. She has open questions that she wanted to know. Why did he leave when she was 5 years old? Why did this happen? Why did that happen? It was a 10-minute conversation that she had with him, and she got her answers. That book is closed.
Michael Anthony Ford, who had been caught by the To Catch a Predator series in 2005, trying to solicit what he thought was a 13-year-old girl online. He was confirmed to have fathered and to have been paying child support for Jessica, but Lauren's father is still undetermined to this day. A family source told the Inquirer, "There are all kinds of family stories about who Lauren's dad is. I don't think even June knows who he is. We're convinced that June never got married to any of her kids' fathers because she gets child support and welfare payments for each of those kids. If she got married, the money would stop." June was absolutely dragged by the media, and rightfully so. She was dancing around the truth and trying to excuse and justify such a heinous decision. It was painful to watch.
All right, so you say maybe not the best decision, but that's the decision you made.
Yes.
Okay. And you have no doubt in your mind, you are convinced that he actually molested your daughter.
Yes, I mean, and I admitted that.
And in this picture, it's you, him, and who's in the middle there?
It's Alana.
You took her to meet a registered sex offender. You put her in his world. That's Alana.
Yes.
Okay, and she in this picture is 1 year older than Anna was when he aggressed against Anna. And you said you take Pumpkin for her to ask questions of him, but you also have Alana there, and she is right there, right in front of you.
My kids don't go anywhere without me 24 hours a day. And
so I'm going to go see a predator, so I'm going to take all my kids.
No, I mean, that wasn't why I said, let's go take, all my kids or whatever. That day I went, all my kids were there.
She didn't know him. She was born while he was in prison.
Yes. All he said to her was, hey, and that was it.
So you introduced her to a registered...
It's like she had no concept whatsoever about what she did so wrong in the past, how it affected Anna, and the risk she was taking with Alana. I understand she wasn't well educated, but to be this unaffected and ignorant to what was glaringly obvious to the rest of the planet?
Well, your mother says that she thought you were in denial at the time and that you're still in denial.
When she first told me, yes, I wasn't. I'm not in denial now, no.
What is your understanding of what he did to her?
That he touched her in inappropriate places, made her watch videos and stuff, and different things that Anna was telling me about.
And so you knew a fair amount about it, which is why
after 2.5 years ago.
Which is why a lot of people are shocked that you would let this guy within 100 miles of you or any of your children, and you say you have no relationship with him.
No.
Why did TLC cancel your show? This is a hit show. They get a hit television show. They don't want to cancel it. This was painful for them to cancel this show.
I mean, honestly, and this is truthful, we knew to get through October the 19th was season 3A. The kids were acting like, they wasn't into it anymore because we've been doing it for 2.5 years. You could tell it on tape. I could tell it. I was telling them. We went on break, and I want to say that Monday before we went back on, we came back off of, the break. That's when they had called and says, look, we're going to cancel the show. And I'm going to tell you, to be honest, I have nothing bad to say about TLC. They have been good to me. They still are very good to me. The rumor is that I was not going to get paid with the show. I did get paid through, whatever was owed to me through the show. My kids got paid in their trust funds. Sugar got paid. Everybody got paid that was owed in the show. They are still taking care of the girls today with tutoring, which I'm very, very grateful for. They're taking care of some other things for the girls I'm very, very grateful for. And I'm grateful for the experience. I'm grateful for meeting fans. We went to be able to take the kids on a family vacation, something that we haven't been able to do.
A lot of skeletons had begun falling out of closets, and the tension had already begun rising on the Honey Boo Boo set well before this nauseating information was revealed.
But honestly, after 2.5 years, you could tell the girls were starting to get wore down. You could tell that they were starting to not want to do it anymore. And I had mentioned that to the production company, because the production company says, well, do y'all want us to pull out right now? Do y'all want us to stop filming? I think that had a big decision to do with it also. It wasn't just...
So do you think this was an excuse?
No, I don't. I mean, I think this has something to do with it, but I don't think it was the full decision of why the show did not go to
So
3
do
weeks.
you think they canceled this show because of your relationship with a registered sex offender or not?
I mean, I think that had to do a part of it, but I don't think that was the full extent of why the show got canceled.
TLC gave the following statement to USA Today. TLC has canceled the series, Here Comes Honey Boo Boo, and ended all activities around the series effective immediately. Supporting the health and welfare of these remarkable children is our only priority. TLC is faithfully committed to the children's ongoing comfort and well-being.
She feels the whole family got caught up in the Honey Boo Boo machine.
This is not my first rodeo here, people.
Alana was being a brat, you know, wouldn't do anything right.
You better recognize.
She was okay with people, you know, wanting to take pictures with her when it first started. Now it's like when somebody takes a picture, she looks at them like,
She's done. She's tired
like,
of
why
it.
do you want to take a picture of me? Can you leave me alone? Like, she gives them that look. And then, like, you know, there's times when some people want to, you know, touch her arm, accidentally, she just does this with it and jerks away from, like, looks at him like, sometimes, like, be nice.
I do believe it's possible for there to be two separate truths happening simultaneously. I'm very certain that TLC had chosen to cut ties with June due to her sheer ignorance and utter lack of consideration for Alana's safety. But I also believe that Alana was getting sick and tired of being paraded around as a commodity and being touched and grabbed by strangers, which would also beg the question about what else may have created the sudden anxiety and dissatisfaction for the media attention and carousal that she had once soaked up and adored. With these children being heavily shadowed through the storm of their woefully misguided mother, it's hard to believe that things could get any darker, but they do. So tune in for the next installment of Here Comes Money Boo Boo. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and I will catch you on the flip side.